As anti-capitalist protests in London forced the closure of St Paul's Cathedral, a couple still managed to tie the knot at the historic landmark on Saturday. Natasha arrived at the cathedral to marry Nick Cunningham, against a backdrop of dozens of tents and a banner reading "Capitalism is crisis." Although the bride-to-be was prevented from walking up its magnificent steps, she put on a brave face and smiled at onlookers as she walked in through a more understated side entrance. They received a warm welcome from the cathedral's new residents, with suggestions that they were even willing to throw the newlyweds a party.
On this side of St Paul's, the doors remain firmly shut to visitors as the church waits for a response from protesters following their request to leave. But that didn't stop this bride from enjoying her big day. The groom, a city worker, arrived relaxed despite the uninvited guests only yards away, and even the bride's family were all smiles. Were you a bit worried about the protesters outside the front?
Yes, I was a bit, but as you see, it's still going to take place, and there's not too much of a problem here anyway, so it's quite okay.
With no compromise in sight, the cathedral will be shut again tomorrow, and it's unclear when its doors are likely to reopen.
This blushing bride put on a brave face as she tied the knot at St Paul's Cathedral, despite continuing protests by anti-capitalist demonstrators outside the historic monument. Natasha arrived at the cathedral to marry Nick Cunningham via a side entrance, avoiding the backdrop of dozens of tents and a banner reading "Capitalism is crisis." As worshippers and visitors were being turned away over health and safety fears, the couple were allowed to go ahead with their scheduled wedding inside the building. The decision to close the cathedral is said to be costing around £16,000 a day in funding.